Hello everyone, my name is Saroj Rimal and welcome to my channel. Today I was going to practice some of the SQL questions basically for the interview preparation, and so I thought like why not to practice all together, and it will help to understand for our new upcoming data analyst to prepare for the interview as well. So basically the question I'm going to practice today is some of from the basic to intermediate and advanced level. So you can see the highlighted one in the yellow. I'm going to practice these questions. Okay, let me copy this one and let me run my SQL Server Management Studio. So it depends upon your system, so how long it will take to open. Okay, so let's connect to the SQL server. So basically I connected with the local server for now, and let's go with the database. And as I already imported the required dataset inside my database, and so the database name is the WLNFT, and here you can see the table. Let's go with the dataset. So if you walk through the dataset, then you can see the patient ID, admission date, discharge date, length of stay, department, diagnosis, admission type, and likewise cost of stay, readmission date, insurance type, and discharge status. So basically this is the main data set we will be working through some of our questions. Then on the other part I will add the another data set, and so that we can practice the advanced level of SQL queries like joins, right? So for now let's go with the new query. As I have copied this one, let me paste it here. Okay, control, let me put this all in the comment. Okay, so basically our first question is write an SQL query to fetch all patient records from the dataset. So this is the basic questions every analyst should know. Okay, so this is a simple query. Select asterisk from, and we need to put our database, dataset name, table name, let's call it. Okay, if we run it, yeah, this is the one. So let's go with the another question. Calculate the total number of patients admitted in 2024. So here what we need to only get the total number of patients who were admitted in 2024. So basically here we can see there is no any like specific year, but there is a year called the admission date in the 2024, discharge date also. So basically we will be working with the admission date. Select, and here as you can see total number of patients means we need to count what you need to count. Let's count the patient ID, right? Patient ID, and from our table name, let's put the condition. As you can see the condition is the year 2024, right? So I put the where condition, where year, yeah, year, and what we're going to work with the year is admission date, and year equals to 2024, right? So if we run this query, yeah, so there are the 500 total number of patients they were admitted in 2024, and you can give the alias to this one as total patient or total, you can see total patients. If we run this one, here you can see total number of patients is 500, right? So let's go with the another question. Find the average length of stay for each department, right? If you go through here, you can see the department name, different department, and length of stay for each individual patient. But we need to find out the average for each department. We need to aggregate, right? So select department. We need department, of course. Select department, and what we need? Average. We need average. So average of length of stay. Yes, sorry. Length of stay as the average length of stay, LOS, shortcut for length of stay, from the database. Okay, I put the aggregate function, so we need to group it. If we run this query, then we will get an error showing that if you put the aggregate of average or something, then you need to group it on the basis of department. Yes, here our question is basically we need to find the average for length of stay for each department. So basically we need to group it, group by department. So if you run this query, yeah, so this is the desired outcome, this is the result. So some of our clinician or some of our stakeholder, they might want to see the average number of patients admitted for each department. So basically this is the current this is the result. Okay, if you want to make it sort this one, then you can use the order by you can use the average length of stay. So basically what it will do, order by will help to sort in the ascending or descending order. So basically I had not written any format like ascending or descending, so it automatically put in the ascending format. But if you want to sort from the largest to smallest, you can go through the put the descending order. So basically it will show from the largest to smallest one. So here you go. Likewise, our fourth question is list all the patients who stayed for more than 10 days, right? So here you can see the length of stay. Some of the patient stayed for 8 days, 6 days, 4 days, 29, 14, 24. So what we need to do is we need to fetch all the data of the patient who stayed for more than 10 days. We don't need this data. Right, so let's go with the query. Select strict from length of stay where length of stay is greater than 10. If you run this one, yeah, you can see all the length of stay. You can see more than 10 days. Okay, and I think yeah, there are no any days that is below 10, right? Okay, so we finished our basic SQL queries. Now we can jump to the intermediate SQL queries part. So for the intermediate section, the first question is find the department with the highest average length of stay. Oh, I think this is the same one. Yes, this is the question, find the average length of stay for each department. Okay, and this is the find the department with the highest average length of stay. As we have ordered in the descending order, you can see the same result. Yeah, so highest length of stay, average length of stay of the department is general medicine. So you can so if you want to fetch only one result, then you can put the top one Okay, if you run this query, then you will only see the general medicine. Or another thing is you can put the limit of 1 also. If you put the limit, then you have to remove the top one, and if you put the top one, then you have to remove this limit. Okay, so either way you can perform this one, solve this query. So let's jump to the second question. Calculate the readmission rate per department. Okay, so for this is a little bit tricky one. So if you go through this one, we can see the readmission either yes or no. So the patient were readmitted or not, only in the yes or no, but there is no any numeric value. This is the qualitative data, this is not the quantitative one. So to work with this data, what we have to do is we have to count the total number of the readmission rate, and then after multiply by the 100 and divide by the total number of the total number. Okay, yeah, so let's go with this one. Select, so what we need, department, readmission rate for department. So first of all, let's go with the department. We need the department, obviously. Then after, what we need to do, we need to count. Count. Over here we can put the case. Okay, so our case will be case when our readmission equals to yes, right? Let's count the readmission equals to yes, then 1 and multiply by 100 and divide by total count total as readmission rate from length of stay. Okay, so over here what we did, we selected the department, then after we put the case when statement and even and put the account. So what it will do is it will count the readmission rate. If it is yes, over here if you see the S, right, it will count 1. Then if this one is yes, it is 2. If this one is no, then this will go to next 3, 4, 5, likewise, and then it will count the total and multiply by 100, and it divides the count, asterisk means total. So basically this is total, this is total. Okay, so by this way we will get the readmission rate from length of stay, and we need to group it. As I already mentioned, once you use the aggregate function, we need to group it, group by department. Let's run this query. I'm not sure if it's right or not. Okay, right, I think I got the answer. Readmission rate, case when readmission rate as length of stay analysis group department. Okay, yep. So if you want to sort this one, then you can use the order one, order by readmission rate in a descending order. Yep. So general medicine department has the highest readmission rate, likewise surgery and neurology. Okay, so that means, what it means, this general medicine department, it has the highest number of yes over here as readmitted patient, right? This is the one, this type of. Okay, let's go with another question. Identify the most common diagnosis among patients who stayed longer than 7 days. Okay, first of all, what we need to do, we need to find out the common type of diagnosis for the patient who stayed for more than 7 days. We don't need this 4, 6, 5, they should be excluded, right? Most common diagnosis. So for here, what we need the diagnosis. Then after we need length of stay, of course. Length of stay. Okay, identify the most common diagnosis among the patient who stayed longer than 7 days. From length of stay. So now we need to put the where clause, where length of stay is greater than 7 days. So if we okay, so the most common diagnosis among the patient who is still, I think my query, so I need to group it. So for the grouping, and we need to count the length of stay also. Okay, we don't need this one. Select the diagnosis, and then after most common diagnosis among the patient. 7 days, and this one is done. This one is done. Diagnosis. All right. Okay. So what we need to do is, we have selected diagnosis, and we need to count the count asterisk as patients from length of stay greater than. Now if we use the count, then we need to group it. Group by diagnosis. If we run this query, right, so this is the most common type of diagnosis among the patient who stayed for more than 7 days. So if you want to order it, order by patient count, patients descending. Right, so the common type of diagnosis, it's the pneumonia, and then after followed by the stroke and fracture. So this is our final result. So if we go with the final question of the intermediate section, find the total cost of stays for each insurance type. Here we can see the total cost of stay and the insurance type: NHS pay, self-pay, private. Okay, so we need to group it, and we need to sum the total cost and group it on the basis of insurance type. So what we need select insurance type, Then after we need the total cost as a sum. We need to sum it, we need to add it. Okay, so we need to sum total cost of stay. I think this is the total cost of stay, right? Yes, total cost from length of stay. Then we need to group it, group by insurance type. If we run this query, yeah, insurance type and the total cost. So highest one is the, I think, NHS. Let's put in the sort. Let's put in the order by section. Order by total cost, descending. Let's run this one. So highest is the NHS, then after the private and self-pay. Okay, yeah, this is the one we solved the intermediate question also. Now let's jump into the final one, the advanced level one. So here you can see compare elective versus emergency admission length of stay. Length of stay, okay, and admission type. Here you can see emergency, elective. Okay, there are two departments in the admission type. Then here we need to compare the elective and the emergency department length of stay. So as an average one, let's compare with the average one. Select admission type and then after elective versus emergency admission length of stay, count, average, length of stay as average length of stay from the table name. Now we need to group it, group by admission type. If you run this query, okay, yeah, as an average, there are for both of the admission type, elective and emergency, it's the 16 and 6 is the 16. So basically I think it's the same one, it's the same thing. But if you can use the another approach. If you add this one, some total, let's count the total days, how it goes. Let's see. Okay, so this is the average one, 16 days for each department. And in total, in elective type, the patient stayed for 4,037 days. In emergency, 4,038 days, just one day more in emergency department, emergency type, admission type. All right, so let's go with the another question. Find the top 5 costliest stays and their patient details. So we need to go for the top 5 one. Top 5 most expensive cost of stay. I think this should not be in the advanced one. Select We can use the top 5 one. Top 5. Find the top 5 states. Costliest stage and the person. 5. Patient details. There are patient details. Or we can use the limit also. Yeah, we can use select a streak from from length of stay where total cost of stay is order by total cost of stay descending. If we run this query, done it where if we run this query, this is the top 1, so we only need this top 5. Limit 5. I don't know why I can't use the limit 1. Anyway, select top 5. Okay, so what it did, the top 5 selected only the top 5 list on the basis of total cost of stay, and the asterisk selected all the details of the patient, and order by it sorted on the basis of highest to lowest. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so for the second question, what we need to do is identify the department with the highest readmission rate. So we need to identify the department on the basis of highest readmission rate, on the basis of yes or no. Okay, so similar question we solved above also. Calculate the readmission rate for department. This is the one. We calculate the readmission rate for department. Now let's paste here. Now we need to identify the department with the highest readmission rate. So what we can do, select department. Okay, we can use this sum here. We can use sum. Case 1, the admission is equal to S, then 1, else we can put 0, and we can put end, and we don't need this one, and we can just put the rate as rate, length of stay group by department. Readmission rate, we can use the rate. I think if we run this one, the highest one is the general medicine. This is our answer. Okay, so if we put here top 1, or you can put the limit 1 here also, so either way you can do general medicine, and the rate is 48. Highest readmission rate is general medicine. Let me save this one. So okay, I will put this one LOS. Sorry. Yeah, this is it. I solved this question only the highlighted one. So later on I will perform the different things, like in SQL I will go with the date function, group by, and aggregation and other thing. Okay, so see you on the next video. Bye bye.